Alright, now for the second attempt at making this video. Hey guys, this is the garage with the truck and the car. It's been probably 7, maybe 6 years since I've made a video. I know a lot of people have been asking me about this truck, and it actually hasn't changed much since I last did a video on it, thanks to, going to college and doing everything else. So I've finally been able to do a tiny bit of stuff to it. I've been held up kind of because of this newest addition. Over the last 3 years, I bought this car in 2013. I'll talk about the truck in another video, but I'm going to put my build thread down in the description. I know a lot of people have been asking me about little bits and pieces and how I like certain things that I did to it. The car started out as a white 1990. It had 181,000 on it when I bought it. Now it had 200 before I tore it all to pieces. As you'll see on the odometer, let's see here. It has, let's see, 000. Sorry about the quality here. What was that? 991 on the engine being rebuilt. Now, the problems I have with this car, besides the dents and rocker rust and everything that happens with a 26-year-old aluminum car, it also had a major oil leak. It had a serious problem with overheating after like maybe even just a half an hour of driving. I was able to tear the engine apart while I rebuilt this car. Yeah, this is not a GoPro, this is my iPhone. But I was able to do a lot of things to it that I wanted to do at the time. I graduated college at the beginning of this year, and through my graduate studies, I've been able to get the time to tear this car down and rebuild it the way that I wanted with a new paint job. Mako of Newark were the people who did I think it was about 13 weeks of bodywork and paint. It came out much better than I was expecting. However, the length of time it took really kind of made me upset. I took my uncle's car there. It was a 944 Turbo, 1986, and there was a little spot, on the bumper like this, and I found out that he had actually done it, but it was a little scrape. So I took it back, and I had them fill it and color match it with color match the 30-year-old paint. They had it back within the week. This time, they told me that this car would be done in 2 weeks. For those of you who know bodywork and paint, you know that's absolutely insane. And it ended up taking from February 4th until about the middle to the end of May. I went with 42111 if anybody wants to go look up the Sherwin-Williams paint code. That's what it is. I'm still trying to figure out a name for it. It might be a royal blue. It's a little bit darker than the original Mariner blue that came on these cars. Anyway, the car was all the way down to the chassis. It had, these 4 old wheels here and just the original steering wheel and a handbrake. There were no pedals. There was no engine. There was no, none of the boosters and the electrics. This was all out. Everything was out. The trunk was gutted as well. The interior was also gutted. It used to be black. Now, as you can see, it is a full tan setup from a 1991 special edition. Let me see if I can get this top down for you guys. I just have the car in here because I was away at the beach for the weekend. We took my girlfriend's car, and I need to go back through inspection with this car because a couple things failed that I'll talk about in a second. There we go. So the only thing that is really new in here is the stereo, the seat covers from eBay, and the Nardi steering wheel. And yes, that is a verified Nardi. I got it from Amazon. It was $275. What was it? Crower LLC, I believe, or Crower, however you say that. It is the 330 millimeter deep corn. It's black anodized aluminum, and I also got a rev limiter horn button from Adam there, and also his retro gauge switches over there. I have a matching badge to that is going to go on the back here. It's going to go about right here because my old badges on this car are pretty much toast. We tried to polish them up, and it just ate straight through them. But yeah, so far I am loving these seat covers. They're only vinyl. They were $160 from eBay. The kit was very easy to install if you have hog ring pliers and standard tin snips to get the old hog rings off. Really straightforward stuff, and they're really worth the money. Also on the car that is new, a new R lip underneath here. That's from R Speed. There's one in the back to match. I believe that was what, $210 plus shipping for the kit. And I ordered those in combination with the tires and wheels that you see here. These are R-Speed Chaparral 15x7 wrapped in Yokohama S-Drives. They're 205/50 R15s. Absolutely fantastic tire, and really, I was debating just sticking with these and, you know, maybe having them powder coated or something, but then you'd have to worry about the center caps, and which are over there in my big mess of a pile. So, you know, girlfriend and I talked about it a little bit, and hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I had to get the wheels. So I'm thinking about a roll bar, but I wanted to get the car back as close to stock as possible. So that way in the future, once I get my career and everything, get a house, then I can start to really do crazy stuff to this thing, as far as I want to go. The silicone hoses you're seeing here from Carbon Miata, they're in China, but they do make really great stuff. They make carbon parts for just about anything on this car, and these hoses were a great addition. I believe the coolant set is 9 hoses, the vacuum set, which is red, which I know the overflow is red, and it's a little strange why they put it in the vacuum kit. But I think it was $100 for the vacuum kit and $120 for the coolant kit, if I'm not mistaken. And they've held perfectly. They come with all new German style rings. Absolutely great upgrade if you guys are looking to color match your engine bay. They come in all different colors. Sometimes they're out of them, but you should have pretty good luck now that they're selling pretty well. Also, the valve cover and intake manifold Prestige powder coating here in Newark. It was about $125 to get those both done. They came out fantastic. It's actually a robin red. Let me see if I can... Well, this stupid phone is not really working with me here, but you can see it's slightly a wrinkle texture. I gotta clean these up a little bit. I haven't been in here much. Now, the problems that I'm having today, that I had the car in the garage for the weekend, these little marker lights here. Both of these are 194 bulbs on both sides. The ones in the back are working. These are not working. I don't know why. Somebody said to turn them on and pull the bulb out just slightly, even coat it in dielectric grease, which I just bought. So we're going to see if that'll work. Also, I have a slight exhaust leak coming from the catalytic converter. I put it back together with just RTV gray. Now, these pipes are all original except for the cat, so they're not matching up perfectly, which is why I need to use RTV copper. I just picked that up from Napa today, so hopefully that should work well. I hate getting these wheels dirty. My truck had a major problem with its wheels getting dirty all the time, and now I just have, you know how it is, guys. You get a little OCD about that kind of stuff. But I have Simple Green and Purple Power that I'm going to go nuts in here with. Also, I'm missing, I must have like not put that one back in right here. So I need to go down to Ace Hardware today and get that one out, take it in the store, match it up, and get that bolt put back in. Because I think while I was putting the valve cover manifold, or the valve cover back on, I just sat those in there, wasn't thinking, and I know what you're already thinking. Did you do that somewhere else? No, because I've double checked everything else in this car, and that one little thing, as soon as I looked at it, I was like, oh, I remember not doing that. So I need to go get that extra bolt. The car never had its engine trays before I owned it, so I put a whole new air guide in here, and then the engine tray underneath, and it all bolted up pretty much where I wanted it to. I got even the original little, these things are so annoying, the little snap screws in here. But there isn't a drop on it of coolant or oil, and I'm extremely excited about that. I've gone through 2 oil pumps already. The car had the infamous short nose crank in it. I had to upgrade to a 1991 or later crank with a new oil pump. The oil pump they sent me was a different style behind it. It had an O-ring instead of the flat mating surface, so I had constant oil leak problems. And now it has an actual used oil pump from a 91. It's all original. It mounts straight up to the same style as the original 1.6. And now it's not leaking at all. So it's holding steady oil pressure, and for 991 miles that are on it so far, it's held the perfect 11 o'clock position on the temperature gauge. So today, I'm going to take care of the catalytic converter. I'm going to take care of those lights. And let's see what we have in the handy dandy truck here. Yes, I need to do the oil change because we're at over 900 miles on a new engine, and the bearings have shaved and everything else, so I thought might as well do that. Got got some applicator pads. Now I can do the wax besides the mirrors and the finish panel. Those can't be touched yet because they're not even a month old with paint. The rest of it can. Got my purple power here, got extra purple power there. RTV copper for the catalytic converter. So I get that sealed up. Dielectric grease, like I said, for the lights. I'm gonna pull those out, see if we can get those to work. The third brake light is also an issue on this car. I plugged it back in. Again, with the original owner being a genius, he snipped it in two and tried to rewire it, so every time I plug it in, it blows the fuse when you press the brakes. I don't know if it was wired backwards, if the wires were touching. I'll have to take another look at that. They didn't fail me that for the DMV inspection, though, which was nice. The car, however, is running high hydrocarbons at idle, so I do need to get that checked out. I don't know if I need to run 100% alcohol in the gas like my dad told me to do or what, but I just need to fix the rest of this stuff because they did fail the lower marker lights on it. Let me start this thing up so you guys can hear. It will settle to an idle and it runs a little bit rough, but I've been reading people saying like they're supposed to do that. I don't remember it doing it before I rebuilt it, but again, the car was never 100% in the first place. You can hear it now. Move just a little bit, jump up to about 2. You can see oil pressure is running steady. And then she'll settle down. It should be right around 850. That's what I've heard. 800 to 850 is what you want. And that's what it was on the computer at the DMV, but I don't know why it wasn't passing inspection. So I'm going to change oil, put a fresh tank of premium gas in it, run 100% alcohol additive to it, go back down there once I get the cat sealed up and see how it works. So if there's anything else you guys want to see with this car, let me know. I mean, this is the first YouTube video I've made in probably 7 years, so I know it's probably dragging on and probably sucks. But what I should have done is set up like a GoPro or something up in here, because this car was in here for about, you know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and I was here every single day putting this whole thing back together from a bare chassis up to a full car, so that would have been neat to kind of time-lapse. But, yeah. So, I'm going to let this run for a minute. And don't mind the 5.0 because that's not going in here, that's going in the truck. And eventually we're going to do another video with the truck. Alright, this old girl, I know some of the people on my the 2 videos that I did when I was a kid really want to see that thing again. But for now, it's the car, okay? So thanks guys for taking a look. Again, if you know any little tips and tricks about those little marker lights or what I could do to get the hydrocarbons down, that would be greatly appreciated. And again, anything you guys want to see with the car or what I did, please go to the Miata.net site in the link below. I'll put the link in the description. You guys can read the whole build thread. It's about 4 pages, so you can see the car as it progressed with everything I did. Alright, so thanks guys for watching, and hopefully I'll update you sooner than 7 years from now. Thanks.